Oh, hello. So today I'm in the middle of finding some books to read. Yeah, Goodread is has been always my platform because there are multiple lists built up by different people. Sometimes I try to find some books to read, especially those books which are new and very low in rating counts, rating numbers. I'll try to give it a chance to read those very low rating books. But this list, I'm not sure who made it. Let's see who's the author of this list. Yeah, somebody made this list and they recommend people to read new books. Some of them are very popular, like this is very popular. I will try to avoid reading those popular books because many people already read those books. So I'm kind of like I feel like it's too popular, then I'm not interested in reading them. I'm more towards those books which are very low in rating count, very low in the people who haven't found that book yet. Yeah, I enjoy those kinds of books, but this some of them are pretty popular. Huh. Let's see. Stronger than Blood, Immortal Trinity. Let's look at this book. I don't like the cover. It looks like those steamy romance book. I don't like the cover because at the first look at it, at the first look at the cover, it feels like some kind of romance book. Yeah, it's a romance book. So I'll definitely skip this kind of books. Yeah, I'm looking for something fantasy, sci-fi, and historical. I mean, fantasy historical is my favorite genre, but most of the time I'm actually read sci-fi. Mm, I don't think there's much I can pick up from here. Uh, there's none. Okay, next list. Next list. Okay, Bloodline Legacy. Let's read this. It reads like some kind of fantasy, power fantasy or something like that. Fantasy dragon young adult fiction. Okay. Fey Princess. I'm kind of tired of this trope because Fey Princess, it sounds like Akota fan fiction. Sounds like it's a it sounds like Akota mixes Fourth Wings. So yeah. Anyway, let's give it a chance. The Avalyn Storm. Yeah, even the name sounds like it's very cringy. Is next in line for the throne and will one day rule all of Favenly. But instead of fusing over ball gowns and suffering through palace politics, she'd rather be out exploring and hunting. Okay, so this is yet another um I'm not the other type. I'm not like the other girls kind of trope, which is also okay, alright, I'm okay with this trope. Or better yet, competing in the highly desired summit range hunt alongside the realms of greatest warrior. Okay. Mateo Vela is a low-born half-fae living in a... Okay, okay. So this definitely reads like romance. So we have the female protagonist and the male protagonist. Okay, he longed for the better life where his family doesn't have a struggle. The before the hunt even begins, whispering of prophecy and revenge begin. Okay, yeah, it reads like a romance. It reads like a romance. The blurb reads like a romance. Will I give this book a try? From the blurb itself, I don't feel like I want to read this book, but I will put it as a to be read. Yeah, probably if this book um yeah, I don't feel like I want to read this book after reading the blurb, because this gives me a very romantasy kind of vibe. Okay, I'll skip. How about Road to Yesterday? 35 ratings. Sounds great. How about this? The Secret of Zipa Na Dragon, a tale of. Okay. Sounds interesting. Radio Nowhere, a postcard. Okay. Radio Nowhere. Sounds like a Sky 5 to me. Okay, Road to Yesterday. Would you travel through time to save your brother's life? How much would you be willing to sacrifice for the good of your family? Two brothers fight for their lives in two hospitals, one in 2007 and another in 2017. Meanwhile, their younger sister Kim and Violet find themselves traveling a road where time is no longer constant. The four of them are hurling towards an unknown future or an unknown past. Unknown past. This is interesting. Determined to save the lives of both their brothers, Kim and Violet seek the help of a mysterious man who seems to hold the key to everything. Can they find the answer they need before time runs out? This one is interesting. It sounds like it reads like paranormal thriller. Yeah, paranormal thriller. I might give it a try. This is a very short book. Very short book. Let's see if I can get it in my country. Nope. Yep. Nope. I cannot get it on my in my country. Yes. That's sad. That is sad. Because a lot of indie books are not available internationally. They sign under this Kindle Unlimited program, which means that their books only available within the United States and it won't be available globally. So I couldn't read this book. Let's try the other one. The idea isn't that idea, this book, the blurb reads really interesting. Something that I will read, something that I want to read, and the pages, it's a very short story. Yeah. So unfortunately, it's not available globally. So yeah, that's the thing. And then how about this? The Secret of the Zipaknya Zipaknya Dragons, a tale of Adijari. I'm not sure whether I pronounce it correctly or not, especially these two words. The young Gratni, the young Gratni has always known that dragons were evil. A belief widely held by the four people of Adijari, his own elves, who can summon the energy in the atmosphere, the depths who were empowered by light. The a lot of unfamiliar vocabulary here. The Amisha who have a kinship with the earth. Wow, that's a lot of unfamiliar words. It sounds almost like a high fantasy to me right now, because all these words are very foreign to me. It sounds like something that is probably it's borrowed from some other culture, but this culture this culture might not be familiar to me, or it's completely new terms or new language that the author is trying to do something here. So it's probably some high fantasy. That's interesting. Evil dragon trope. Let's see if it's available. It's available in Kindle in my country, but it's very expensive, you see. Sometimes if I want to read a new stuff, if I want to read new stuff and I see this price tag, it's kind of discouraging, because normally for new authors, especially for authors whom I don't know yet, I might want to see this like 99 cents or something like 2.99 for maximum, depends on the page count. But for this author, probably I won't take a risk. I won't take a risk for this author. If I pay this price and end up that I dislike this book, I will be very disappointed by myself. Yeah. I really wish to give this book a try. Probably I will keep this. I mean, I will just um keep it as a keep it on in view and see if they have any discount, because sometimes indie authors uh they will have discount on their Kindle books, 99-cent discount. During some festive seasons they will issue some discount, so I'll just keep it like um yeah, I'll just keep it for next time for this book. Yep. Unfortunately I couldn't get this book either. Okay, Radio Nowhere, a post-apocalyptic novel. So this one is also a very short book for a sci-fi post-apocalyptic. At the end of the world, will you follow a voice to nowhere? Zack is a tech-savvy teen. Yeah, it's a sci-fi post-apocalyptic, who grew up in a trailer park in upstate New York. Okay. Okay, when I read it's from the United States, probably I need to check it whether I able to get it or not. No, I cannot get it, so forget about it. Sometimes they have some very interesting stories. The blurb reads very good. I want to read the book, but I couldn't get it, so I'll just forget about it. Okay, this is my thing. Okay, next list. Okay, best indie sci-fi fantasy available on Kindle. Yes, it's available on Kindle, but probably it won't be available globally. So yeah. I'll try to find ratings below that. A Charming Nightmare. Okay, let's try this. Robin Hood. I'm not into fan fiction. Dining out around the solar system. Sounds interesting. This book sounds interesting. Yeah. Week. Okay, let's see what I can get. Dreaming the Life and Other Stories. This one probably is a short story. Yeah, it's a short story. Forget. Final Balance. On the edge of existence, then Alexander awaits a frightening and uncertain future. What lies more on the other side? Supernatural sounds interesting, but this one is probably out of my rating limit. I'm trying to find ratings below 100, but I'm kind of interested in this book because the rating that this guy get is quite low. That's why I will also try to read books which are lowly rated, because sometimes I feel that Goodreads reviews are not fair for the work itself. For example, there are circumstances that I five-star some of the books which are very lowly rated by many other people, many other readers. So that's why I will also give a chance for books that are very low in rating. Probably I might find things that I like to read. Where the Stranger Lives. This one is Atlantis. Uh, the the Atlantis. This is something I'm interested in. Okay, a princess seeking to balance duty of her. Okay, a wanderer. I think this is another romantasy. Let's read further. This descent into mayhem. This one is a space. Probably is a space opera or something like that. Yeah, it's something that is very sci-fi kind of stuff. Just take a look at it. All the stars are sun. All the stars are sun. Yeah. Sci-fi. Quite a lot of sci-fi book here. Cyber Child. Interesting. The sick. I think I got a lot of books that I want to read here. Wait, let's check out. This one I already done. Moral compass, to be or not to be. Winning the New Hampshire state lottery was just the beginning. This is a book probably I couldn't get. Yeah, I'll just check whether I can get it. No. I don't use audiobook because sometimes it might be pretty annoying. Yep. I think I won't be getting most of the books here, even though they all sounds interesting. Oops, sorry. This one is definitely no longer available. Huh. Yep. Week. I hope to make a list for the indie books that I have read and recommend and also available globally, so that so that I won't have problem like this trying to find a book to read, but most of them are not available. I don't think this list will be available for me. Some of them are pretty interesting. Dining Out with the Ice Giant. The Dog of Pell. Okay, give this a try. Born of Water. Looks interesting. Beyond Hercules. Something I'm interested in Greek mythology. Red Light. Storm Cloud Gathering, Dark Things. Alright, let's try. No. I don't like the cover, to be honest. Born of Water. No, still not available. Eh? No, actually it's available. No, Okay, this is Audible. Still not available. Never mind. No. So here goes another list. Okay, small press debuts. Fallen First reads like a romance to me. Bound by a vow of loyalty to the devil who made him. Sayer, the first demon, and Pride himself exists for a single-minded purpose: harvest souls to feed the ailing creator he served above anything or any. Sounds like some dark romance kind of book. Yeah, the cover also looks like dark romance. And then what else? Then it will be some kind of dark fantasy romance kind of book. No, it's not for me. Tarnish. How about this? An outlaw magic, a hidden curse, and a love tested by fire. Yet another dark romance. I think this must be some dark romance kind of books. Yeah. Not yet published. Okay. In the name of honor, vows, and valor. Let's see what we have. Okay, it's a fantasy. Fantasy adult. A half-elven princess grieves the loss of one father and fears for the other. A loyal guardsman torn between his word and her safety. And a creature so corrupted he'll hurt them all to make the world new. Hmm. The Mita delivers the worst message of all while corrupted creatures have returned and murdered the king's best friend. Eager to earn knighthood, he is surprised when given an order he doesn't expect. Guard the princess from herself. Guard the princess from herself. Kalila grieves her father's friends who she loved like a second father. She left behind while her father seeks justice, shadowed by the Mita, to keep her from following. When corruptors then capture her fathers, Kalila resolves to rescue him, more afraid of losing him than the dangers ahead. I don't get it. Demeter must break his vow to keep her safe in the kingdom and together head to the enemy's lair to free the king. They are ambushed and come to a disturbing realization: corruptors now hunt Kalila for leverage against the uncooperative king. Kalila and Dmitri must evade, capture, and rescue her father before he suffers a fate worse than death, total corruption. By saving one, Demeter will fail the other, and no one is shielded from the corrupted retribution against both human and elven lands. This stunning debut weaves competing revenge arc, intergenerational healing, and sacrifice in a delicious page turner driven by unforgettable character and heart-wrenching heroism. I mean, the blurb reads badly, in my opinion. The I mean, there are some plots which are interesting in it. Yeah, the concept reads really interesting, but I feel a bit strange for the on the sentences. Yeah, it's very strange to use sacrifice in a delicious page turner driven by. It's like this word, this description itself is not suitable for this kind of blurb. I won't use delicious because this reads like some kind of smutty stuff, but it's not. I will use other words such as exciting, or something synonym to some action or some political kind of vibe, some very intense kind of vibe, but not delicious. Let's try to find out. Oh, okay. Expected publication is January 27, so it's not yet out. Not out yet, but this is something interesting. I might read this book, but I really don't like this word. This keyword is a little bit cringy to be in the blurb. So what's next? Of Wolf and Stags. This one is also interesting. Broken Trail. This trail will break you. Recently separated with her children going off the rails and her psychology career hanging by a thread, Clara begins to obsess over one of her patients as a means of it sounds like some kind of romance. Reads like romance. But this one is also expected to publish later, March 1st. I think all these are new books, right? Small press debut. Oh, okay. I think I added to the wrong list. Anyway, never mind. The Divide That Binds Us. So all these books are books that haven't come out yet. So this is a wrong list. If I want to read something that is already out, then I might need to look at the other list. Indie authors everyone should know about. Yeah, too high. Rating is too high. This cover looks like some romance. Fate always find a way. For thousands of years, the gods of Olympus and Asgard have warred. Yeah, this book cover looks like some smutty romance. 33 pages. Forget about it. No change policy. Room 8. No change policy, room 8. Again, something reads like smut. This one is also looks like smut. Yeah. Our Bloody Pearl. Too high, the ratings. Yeah, this one. Thief of Lies. Don't tell me this is a smut again. Probably it's a horror. Nope, it's a smut. Yeah. If you use this kind of cover, people will automatically assume that this book is a smut. The Portal. Or the White Snake. This one is interesting. 86 ratings. Stainer. Looks like some controversial book. She's my dad. Nope, I'm not. Yours to have. Definitely smart. Satire from the shadow. Mine to have no night boy, no, through the man. Divinely. The Grey Curse. Okay, smart. Witness protection. Quite a lot of smart books written by indies. Yeah. I mean, this is normal, but those books are not my focus right now. What is this book all about? Okay. This book is interesting. The cover looks something else. How about this? Huh. Okay. Something like light novel because the cover looks like anime. Marna, book 1. This one is also interesting. Using a cat as a cover. It's like a trick because people might not buy this book for the story. They might simply buy this book for the cover and put it on the shelf just for display. I kind of dislike the concept, but anyway, it's up to those who spend their own money. The wrong. What this book is all about. This is also interesting. Deliciously creepy. No, I hate the word delicious. Elia Stone. She let herself go. No. This one seems like something interesting. Like Alice in the Wonderland kind of vibe. The Tandoori Box. Interesting. Oops. I got so many books. Let's filter it out. This one looks like Alice in the Wonderland kind of thing, but 18 page. That's not what I'm looking for. How about this? Kenya Watson wins the last white elephant gift at his company's year-end holiday party. The Curious Present. Okay, this one interesting. Probably I couldn't get it. Oh, wow. Okay. Something interesting. Kenya Watson wins The Curious Present dominates the software engineer's daily life, compelling the lone wolf down a danger road of rich rewards and violent punishments. Kenya, responsible for a horrific incident during his youth, fights inner demons spawned from crushing guilt. Cryptic visions heighten his reality, and prophetic strangers guide him on a mystical quest. Can Kenya find personal redemption and the end to his isolation, or will the Tandoori Box spirit away his wounded soul? This one reads interesting, very interesting. March 15. So it's a very old book. Yeah, in my point of view, it's a very old book, and the blurb reads really interesting. 270 277 pages. This is something that I will buy. Yeah, something I will buy and read. Hmm. How do I will send a free sample. And if I really love the sample, I might spend that 2.99. So yeah. Great. I have something to read now. How about this paranormal horror werewolf fantasy? Uh I dislike werewolves. Nope. Amarna book 1. I loved all this historical fantasy. Yeah, this is something I'll read. Historical fiction, alternate history, mystery, and very historical. This one is something that, oh shit, oh no. I don't like it when I want to read something but it's not available. Uh, okay. I want to I want to read this book. Why is it not available? Hmm. Okay, so the author actually compiled it to a complete series. Yeah. Oops. Nope. I couldn't get it. They are not available. How about the other versions? So sometimes they have so many versions. Some of them might be available. Nope, it's still not available. Let's search for this author. Yes, so here they are. How about the complete series? A fictional interpretation of the true events that took place in ancient Egypt, Hattusa, before, after Pharaoh Tutankhamun's death. I will be. I love reading such kind of books, but I will be very very careful with the historical depiction of all this historical fiction, because historical fiction is something that narrated not according to the accurate accounts of whatever had happened in the history. It is not supposed to be educational. It's for the entertainment purposes. Borrowing borrowing that part of the history just to set up the very easy uh, world building for some authors who like me, I myself, I don't do a lot of world building, because if we want to do world building, we have to write a lot of backstory on why this world is working that way. That's why we kind of go back into the history, borrow some of the culture, and make the story works. But I think this story is kind of like borrow the ancient Egyptian stories, historical setup. Yeah. So what is this? The last living male descendants of Amarna line. Okay. Tutankhamun died suddenly under the mysterious circumstances. His wife, eh, Ankhisinamen, is left without a male heir. Male Air. The Ambitious Vipers A and Horem Hep are nipping at her heels in. Okay, I hope this is not some smutty romance. Please don't give me a smutty romance. Okay, but it's not available in Kindle. It's not available in Kindle. Let's see what else I got. All formats, Kindle. This is the Kindle, but it's not available in my country, which is sad. How about this? No. So whatever this author writes, probably the author don't want to make it available globally. Yeah, never mind. Then I'll just give it up. But I'll still put it as one to read. If I'm lucky enough to set my foot on the United States, I might be able to get that book. This one is also not available. No, forget about it. Also not available. No. Wow, this is pretty expensive. This is available but pretty expensive, and it's already on discount. It's already on discount, 20% discount, and it's still that expensive with this number of pages. But this book looks interesting. The nomadic tribe, whisperers of the god, have seen a vision. The gods are preparing to send a world-destroying flood to punish those who have corrupted and forgotten the old ways. Okay. 3 are chosen: Tersh, Karas, and Shadi, to go out and deliver a message to the world. The gods must be appeased before it's too late. Okay, this reads very well. I love reading this. Leaving her children behind, Tess must travel to the mountain kingdom of Matawe. Is it Matawi? She must also care for Karas, who has been told since birth that he is destined for greatness. Okay, this is the one of the chosen one trope, and whose overconfidence often leads him into danger. Meanwhile, Shadi ventures off alone to find the people of the jungle, the Petzuha Pa, and while the jungle seems like a paradise, Shadi soon discovers the dark rituals practiced within. I see there's some disconnection here on the plot, but that's okay. Guided by vision, these adventurers must use their wits to survive in these strange new lands and show little interest in their warning. Lands that show little interest in their warnings. Okay. This thing sounds interesting. I'll still send free samples. But $7.99 is a little bit expensive. After I'm done with the sample, if I still feel that I want to read this book, probably I will pay for it. But I won't risk it because it's very expensive for an indie author. Okay. So I found 2 books that I want to read. This one sounds fishy. Okay, it's not in English. Sweet Fascination, Destin. Okay, I found 2 books at the moment. I'll just skip this because most of them are kind of like smart books. Okay, I'll skip. And next round, I will look into the others. I'll look into all the other lists. But for now, I found 2 books to read. I'll try the sample first and see if I want to review them if I happen to buy any of them. Yep, I just opened my TikTok. I just have my new TikTok account and posted a silly video. A silly video. I try to use VTuber Studio to track my facial movement, but I will abandon that idea because my laptop just couldn't take it. Even though it's a simple 2D application, it's very simple, but I can feel that my laptop is not happy with all this processing stuff because my laptop is literally screaming. The fan is literally screaming. So yeah, I'll remove it later on because it's a silly video. And I posted this like yesterday. No, it's actually Friday night. It's one day before yesterday. So I already get 7 followers. No, it's not my followers. It's my following. Sorry, I have 0 followers. Yes, that really makes sense. And here's some of the people I followed randomly. I mean, yeah, randomly. So, yep, that's about it. Oh, I would also want to show something. Yeah, my artwork. This artwork previously got lots of people complain. I mean, not lots of people. I posted this work on Facebook group, and they kind of call me an AI user, and I have no idea why they call me an AI user because I don't feel that this artwork actually qualified enough to be called as an AI artwork because it looks, I mean, definitely not so AI and not so perfect as most of the AI generated works. I'm just feel strange. This one is actually, why is it this quality is because I use something like this. I use something like this and I kind of like lazy to trace the line. That's why I use back this line. Where is it? I think after the library update, it kind of removed some of the brushes that I download from Clip Studio Paint. Yeah, I remember it's from here. I use one of the brush. I use one of the brush that make this pattern. I remember I imported here. Anyway, this is something I done like last year. I've updated the software for several times. So sometimes after update, it will just automatically remove the things that I have downloaded. So that's the reason why it's no longer available. Yep. I use some of these effect brushes to make the pattern. Then I kind of like reshape the pattern to make it like some patterns. Yeah, like this Greek patterns is also from the brush, but I couldn't show you because the brush is now gone. Here's the brush. So here's the patterns. Yeah, the original one already gone, but some of them still available. Anyway, if this image is AI, I won't have all this. Yeah, I won't have all this. So I'll just show you all the layers. Yeah, If this is AI, you won't have layers. Like for example, this fan, um, I kind of draw it like large, very large, using the brush to stroke the shape out of it. And then I zoom, I mean, I reduce the size of this whole petal, this whole feather into this feather, into this fan. And then I apply a lot of layers, a lot of effects just to get the shading. So that's why I don't understand. Sometimes people like they they call it witch hunt. People always accuse somebody of using AI, something like that. I mean, I don't mind people like calling out, okay, you are using AI, you should state that, you should state honestly, you should tell people honestly if you are using AI. Because if you are using AI and then you tell people that you are not using AI, then it's a fraud. You are you are cheating, I mean you are lying about your product. But if you are not using AI, then you should be very confident. I mean, you should be very confident about what you did and your artwork. Like for myself, I couldn't make all the live video recording of all the drawing process of all these things because my laptop sucks. I couldn't even use a 2D live model to trace my own to become a VTuber. So if I start streaming when I'm drawing this kind of colorful painting, it will stress my laptop badly, and I don't like that. And I don't want to sit like weeks and months for a piece recording the video without any music, without any books being read out to me. It feels really boring. Like if I can, if I'm using AI, I won't have these layers. I won't have these layers. Okay. Yes, I do have references. I mean, everybody draw with references. Like you look at that, and then you know that I draw based on this reference. Yeah. But reference are references. You use references to help you. I mean, as an artist, for myself, I'm not a professional artist. I'm not trained in a professional way. I didn't spend college time and I didn't spend college money to learn all this stuff. That's why this is a hobby to me. And because this is a hobby, um yeah, that's why I didn't get those high quality as all the professional artists. So let me close down the shadings of the work one by one, and you can see all these layers. Luckily I clip all these layers because normally after I finish a piece, I would love to merge all the layers, just to make my laptop memory less stressful for my laptop. But that's the thing. If I didn't keep all these layers, people might just say that, oh, you are using AI, you trace over an AI, you okay, that's another issue. That's another issue. People also complain that, oh, you are tracing over AI. No, I'm not tracing over AI. Let me show you the reference I use. I'm using reference. Also, before the whole AI stuff happening, people also complain, oh, you are using a reference. Oh, you are tracing over a reference. And those original artists who started the reference will go and attack you. I would say that those are another kind of problem. How do I close this? Okay, let me shut down and show you the reference. This is the reference I'm using. You can see that this is very different compared to my artwork. What kind of reference I'm using? I'm only copying. I mean, not copying. I mean, I'm using this mood, this feel, this environment as my reference. Okay, the background as my reference, something that I want to express, because this character Sporus, this character that I draw, she's equivalent to a Greek goddess Hera. So I'm trying to pick up the reference of the goddess here. So these are some of my guides, which I'll use it on a pole. So you can see that I got a lot of these Greek poles, columns behind. So these are some of my reference. So yeah, I'm just an amateur artist. I do my own thing. Oops, I forgot this line. Where does it? I need to find and remove the line and hide the line. Never mind. I'll just close. Yep. Not safe. And let me show you some of the other ones. Okay, this is the recent one, but I want to show you how big it is. Calendar, the file. I did this calendar for a friend. Calendar design. Because this piece alone, I separate like many other files just to make it happen, because the file size ended up very large. That's why I need to separate it. This is the centerpiece, which is the most complicated one. And then where is it? Where is the finished one? So this is the finished piece, which I sent to print. This is the flattened version. Okay, let's open this up. It will take some time because it's very heavy. This thing very heavy. Yep. So this is the centerpiece. Okay. And I did streaming. I did some live streaming on the other Discord when I'm drawing this thing. But I left that Discord because of some, I mean, you know, sometimes people just don't dislike you, and you just have to leave that community. So that is a live streaming. So that live streaming is not recorded. So yeah, I kind of lost that record. Right now I choose YouTube live streaming because at the end of the video I will always get a record. That way I won't lose my recording. But for this piece, unfortunately, it's not live recorded on YouTube. It's on Discord. So I kind of lost the thing. So this is a calendar design with all the star constellation according to astrology. Sorry, not astrology. It's astronomy. The reason why it's according to astronomy is because I have this extra zodiac. Means that I have 13 zodiac in my calendar, and I also have a moon phase, which is accurate according to lunar calendar. Yeah. So these are some of the calendar item I designed for a friend, a supporter. I would call her my biggest supporter. Yeah, I'm very thankful that I met her. Probably she's the only one fan that I got out of my creation, out of the story that I have created. I'm really happy and really glad that at least I have one supporter who really enjoys what I have done. Yep. And this whole thing I designed for her. Yeah, it's a rotating calendar. All the rulers are here. All the rulers, I still keep all the layers and all the rulers because all these are important stuff that I needed. In case next year 2026, if I want to change the calendar, I can always change the calendar. But for the front layer, okay, let me remove the thing. Okay, for the for the art piece, for the center art piece, all these I have all the layers, like the characters. Okay, I remove the characters, I will have the background. And if I remove the line art, yeah, I have the line art. I have the all the masking layers of the shadings of the horses. Each horses were shaded independently, so that's why I keep all these layer. I don't want to flatten it. That's why I need to keep different files. And this shading is another technique which is very different compared to the previous Boros character shading. I came to enjoy this kind of shadings more after people kind of like saying that, oh, your shading, your artwork looks like AI generated. That's why I kind of forget about doing 3D shading anymore. I mean the close to realism kind of shading, and I try to adopt this kind of 2D, more like an anime, more cartoonish shading, and I kind of enjoy that aesthetic. Yep, I'll call this a style that I try to develop. A style that I try to develop. Yes. So, yep. Unfortunately, I don't have the video for this uh, work progress. If I know I want to leave that Discord server, I would have recorded the process. But anyway, art community sometimes are not so friendly. Yeah. I mean, not everybody are friendly online. Some of them are just toxic. Some of them are just pure jealous. And we couldn't do anything about that. I couldn't do anything about that, but yep. That's reality that we have to face because sometimes people won't like you anyway for many reasons. And we are not perfect. I'm not perfect. I have my own temper. So, yep, that's the thing. Don't save. What else I can share? Yeah, some of the illustration in the book and some of the fan arts I did for some of the online friends that I met. They are really great. Yeah, I even make my own fonts for the calendar. Some of the fonts are not available. Oh yeah, I still owe a friend something. Yeah, this illustration. I still need to complete this illustration to make it as a tote bag for a friend. I still need to shade this. But sometimes it's like that. We are artists will just procrastinate. This is a process of procrastination. All right. And let's see. Maybe I'll shade this and post it as my TikTok video. Yeah. Maybe I'll try that. I'll try that late next on TikTok. Okay. That's all for my streaming. Thanks for spending your time on this silly video. This is just my vlog. The reason why I record this vlog is because I found that live streaming art process really isn't worth it if you try to I mean, if you are trying to establish yourself as an indie artist, or trying to make friends with other indie artists, live streaming your process will just brings in more jealousy and more hate to you. Probably I'm streaming at the wrong server, wrong platform. Yeah, so that's the thing. Bye.